Alison Peters. New Zealand First has just been attacked by Wikipedia. First of all, 1 July, free doctors' visits is New Zealand First's policy. They say imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, but a bit of old-fashioned honesty would have been a good idea. But today, Nick Smith got up in the House and he clearly misinformed every New Zealander. If you go to the Forest Amendment Act 2004, 67A and B, we're talking about subsections 3A3, it is as clear as daylight. The timber has been presented to a forestry officer for inspection and he or she has inspected and approved it. Mr Smith misled the House and Damien O'Connor was precisely right. Now, back to Northland. Or before I do, why would they have meetings with the RSAs of Wellsford and Kerikeri without asking the man who does believe, and his party does believe, in proper funding for defence forces? I mean, those guys up there are going to be told if you want some help, then there's one place to go to, and it starts with NZ and it ends with First. Now, on Northland, Simon Bridges is a politician who will double-cross any bridge that he comes to it. 8th of March, Nationals candidate announced the 10 single-lane bridges were to be replaced, and there they had this candidate there surrounded by, of all people, the Minister for Transport, Simple Simon, and a man from down in Wellington who can't get a seat, Mr Bishop. There they are. There they are, all promising there, all before the election. It is the 8th of March. This was not as a rogue candidate. And then you had National promising up to $69 billion for this. 69 million, I said, dollars for this, these 10 bridges. So where's the money? Where's the money? Where is the Wellsford to Puhoi roadway? Where are the plans? Where's the money? On 18th of March, Mr Joyce was asked to list the bridges for double laning, and he had no qualms about listing the likes of the Derby and Joan Cowrie Bridge. Now, everyone in Northland knows that that's manifest nonsense. It puts me in mind of former President of Russia, Khrushchev, who said about politicians, they'll promise a bridge where there is no river. That's what he said a long, long time ago. And the Derby and Joan does not, ladies and gentlemen, have a river. It's not a bridge for the umpteenth time. Anyway, Mr Key said, we are in government and we can do things. And then he got caught out. He said it will spend up to $69 million on 10 bridges, regardless of the outcome of the Northland by-election. The blitzkrieg about which Mr Mark Mitchell was being so effusive about. A blitzkrieg of, yes it was. It was a blitzkrieg of truth and commitment to the people of the North. Then on 30 June, Simon Bridges waded back and saying the NZTA has ruled out double laning 3 of the bridges, including Derby and Joan. That's what he said. And so they announced yesterday 3 bridges, not 10. You confused? It gets better. Speaking to the Don Post yesterday, Mr Bridges said that despite most of the 10 bridges promised Northerners failing to make the $13.9 billion transport plan announced on Tuesday, National said it will keep the campaign pledge and fund them anyway. Really? When, where and how? Oh, of course, that's the kind of thing responsible people do when they're in the government. Someone must have been costing Mr English out, because Mr English, at a select committee, Mr English has asked the question. Well, so now you got to ask the question. So you've got costings for all of these things? Mr English, this is 2 weeks ago, quotes, well, yes, there will be. Yes, there will be in a quotes. That statement was demonstrably false. But it comes back to this. We want Morris Williamson back.
Yeah, we want Morris.
At least Morris told the truth. That's why Morris tore into the Minister of Transport at the Select Committee. But National's deceit will be known in Northern, and my job, and indeed Mark Mitchell's job, is to ensure that Northerners know the truth, that they have again been grievously let down.
I call Paul Foster Bell.